Oh my goodness. Getting this ready has been quite the thing. Give me a second and we'll be right with you. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're good. Oh my goodness, fine hooligans. Fine hooligans. Good, that didn't make as much noise as I thought it was going to. Hamilfet, Merry Christmas, you fine hooligan. Merry Christmas to you too, brother. I hope it's been a good... Oh my god.
I think we're okay.
Audio's working.
I think we're good. Oh my god.
Oh, and the stream's looking good. I tell you what. Getting this ready to go. Oh my goodness. So many things just went wrong last second for me here. The lighting is different than I wanted it to be. Let me see if I can fix that. As I hit things. There we go. Hopefully that cooperates. If not, then we'll just have to go back to the way it was. Oh my goodness. I need a second to recollect myself here. Hamilfet, it's Gucci. Thank you, brother. I tell you what, as I'm getting stuff ready to go here, things are falling over. I dropped my phone. I'm going to go back to the other lighting. As I hit more stuff. Yeah, there we go. We'll go back to that. Yeah, I like that. We'll stick with that. Holy crap. All right, so let me walk you through all this. First of all, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, fine hooligans. This is the 6th annual holiday hangout we're doing. I got my big old mug of eggnog here. It's not as going nuts as the C3PO, so that's good. Whew. Hope everybody's having a good holiday. Let me actually tilt this back down so I'm not in it, you know what I mean? I hope everybody's having a good day today. I hope it's filled with love. I hope that you get the chance to, at least, if you can't be physically around loved ones, I hope you get the chance to talk to them for a bit, you know what I mean? Whew. I tell you what, I'm getting stuff ready to go here. I got my phone dropping left and right. The green screen area back here decided to say fuck you and fell this whole corner here just fell off the wall. So, one of my first purchases for the channel for this next year is going to be a green screen that just goes behind me here. One of those pull down ones or the ones you set up. Just might be easier. But it's not what we're here for, is it? We're not here to talk about stresses and what's going wrong. Excuse me. We're here to have a hooligan hangout on the holiday. I tell you what. Gosh. I guess I'm going to get this out of the way because I want to talk about them. One of the gifts I got today, super cool. I got a board game that I've wanted ever since I was a kid. It's called 13 Dead End Drive. And it's actually cool because you're in a mansion and you're trying to, if I remember correctly how it all goes, you're trying to be the one to get this large sum of inheritance from this person who passed away. And you're setting off traps in the mansion to take other players out of the game. And it's cool because you actually build all the things yourself. Actually, what I'm going to do right now is I will post some of the pictures. So if you're watching this live and you haven't seen my Instagram yet, go and hit it up. What are you doing? I've also been told, again, that people aren't seeing my posts on Instagram. So I have no idea what to do about that. I don't know if it's based on like things like accounts that you interact with or whatever have you. But just, once in a while, just search the page out and see what I've posted. I understand that, sometimes it's a lot of video game shots, but hey, what can you do? I'm into video games. Da-na-na. There we go. Okay, let's do the caption. That's not how you spell happening, goddamn. Here is the setup for 13 Dead End Drive. And we'll do the link in bio thing. So yeah. So that was really cool to get. See, I just posted the pictures. It's really cool because even it's like a mansion in there, you know what I mean? And you have like all these like little traps that you set off. You can drop the chandelier on people. You can drop the like a statue of a knight on someone. And yeah, Hamilfet. They need to put you. Hamilfet gets it. Put your notifications on from a page. If you're worried about missing stuff, turn the notifications on. You'll get notified when I post. Excuse me. So yeah, the 13 Dead End Drive board game, super cool to get because I haven't seen that like anywhere except for like one store. So it was really cool to get that. Also, I got these two really freaking cool books. Oh, go away. Dust cover laptop. I got the first... God damn it. I got the first book of The Wheel of Time. The first season just finished, so go check that out if you haven't yet. This is really cool because it also... It also has a map of like the world and stuff inside. It's just really cool. But yeah, first season just finished on Amazon Prime. Go check that out if you haven't yet. And because I'm a huge fan of the Witcher property, franchise, whatever you want to call it. Whether it's the books, the video games, the show. I know some people like to pick a side with any of the three. I like all of them. I'm a fan of all of them for different reasons. But I had just discovered that they did comic books recently. And I got... Whoops. Slapped the shit out of the microphone on that one. I just got the Witcher Omnibus. So it's like pretty much a whole... Like a thick book. It's like a collection of the... a couple of issues from the Witcher comics and everything. So I'm very excited to dive into these. Season 2 on Netflix right now. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong. And then I posted a picture, but I'll show it on the live stream. I got Kenny Omega figure. Arguably one of the greatest wrestlers right now and former AEW champ. This figure is super cool because his vest comes off, but it also has the one side is the one wing, the whole one-winged angel thing from Final Fantasy VII. It's also one of his finishing moves, and he's incorporated that into his gear for a couple outfits. But like the detail on this is just super cool. He's doing the pose that I love, and it's just it's actually really cool too because give me a second. Please don't fall. Cooperate. He had a great match with the Bastard Pac. And even the triple threat match with Pac, Kenny Omega, and Orange Cassidy. A super good match. But the back of the packaging for Kenny's figure, it's actually him and Pac from their match. So now my first AEW figures that I got was for my birthday. I got the Bastard Pac, and then I got Kenny Omega. So it's actually cool. I can have them like together and facing off kind of thing. So pretty friggin' sweet, I tell you what. And, you know, I don't mean to like get on the live stream and try and brag about my presence or anything like that. In fact, past live streams, I've been more hesitant to like share that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It's just, you know, you get some people, if you get gifts that you're really excited about, I like to share it with the hooligans. You know what I mean? So no way am I just trying to like brag or anything like that. I'm trying to share stuff that I'm excited about with you fine folks. Hamilfet. The figures now are just amazing and are perfect for making customs. That's so true. So true. Even the Masters of the Universe ones. I see the ones that are coming out with your creativity. Got Ham Man at Arms, all of it. Get that out of the way so I can take a sip of eggnog. Oh, it's so delicious. I should have brought a tissue down so I could wipe my stash. What can you do? All I need is Goldberg and paint in my beard and add a cigar and bam, Hamilfet. Heck yeah, makes it easy. Like I can do that with some figures, but it's the longer beard is harder to find, and I got a lot of tattoos, so sometimes you just have to. I would have to sacrifice some details there, but it'd be really cool to have my own like action figure. I've said it for years. It'd be so cool. Even having like my own wrestling action figure, that'd be super dope. Maybe one day. But yeah. Excuse me. Pardon moi. Did not mean to cough in the microphone like that. But yeah. Oh, also for my lady, I want to talk about this quick. I got her, like last month, I had gotten her Greek, like an ancient Greek arrowhead for Christmas. I got her an actual coin from ancient Greece. There's this book series that she loves called Pillars of the Earth, and the author had put out a prequel story to like those first two or whatever. So I got her that. Got her a couple other things. The kids did well. Obviously we're gonna get the kids gifts. But yeah, it's been a hectic day, but it's been a good day because any day that I just get to spend, like, you know, any Christmas that I get to spend with like all three of my kids, it's awesome being able to have my youngest for Christmas and everything. Miss Kaiju, our dog, excuse me, apologies. She's so funny. We usually just put all of her presents, her new toys, in like a bucket or a box for her to put her face in and grab some. This year we decided to wrap them. So pretty much after unwrapping one or two gifts, she just thought that like most gifts that we were unwrapping were going to be for her. So the kids had some help unwrapping their gifts and everything. Nothing got damaged or anything. Pretty much she just tries to push her nose into the wrapping paper. So, but yeah, everybody did well. Hamilfet, make it. Use Daniel Bryan and make a beanie to cover the hair. Also, the older Triple H with his beard would be perfect. Oh, that's true. I actually have. I have a Daniel Bryan right here. Real name Bryan Danielson. Is the focus messed up? No, we're good now. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That would be pretty sweet. Let me see. Properties. Configure video. Things are going weird on my side. But yeah, that's actually a really good idea, especially because I have a Daniel Bryan. It's so weird the way, like, I'll say, like, the way WWE does things where they're like, oh, you've built a fan base as Bryan Danielson. Well, now you're Daniel Bryan. That's always just, it makes no sense to me. But Vince McMahon, you know what I mean? But I'm not here to hate on WWE. I'm not here to hate on anything right now. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Oh, that was the other thing. So last night, it's getting closer to midnight, and my youngest is like texting me like 2 hours left, half an hour left, 10 minutes. We pretty much were texting back and forth, doing a countdown to Christmas. And once it hit midnight, I text her right away. Because, you know, being a teenager, you're excited, you get to stay up late. So I text her right away saying Merry Christmas at midnight and everything. And that was just a really cool thing that like we did last night. And got to do a little countdown. And then I went over to the stairs and yelled up at the kids that it was officially Christmas. And then I yelled Merry Christmas like a madman. Because I friggin' love Christmas. Gotta fix this. There we go. But yeah, I really do. Like Halloween and Christmas, favorite times of the year. I can just live, like if I could live in like a little village that it's like half Halloween, half Christmas all year round, I would do it. It'd be amazing. Ah, that's the dream. My goodness. Such a hectic day. I feel like this is the first time I've gotten to sit and just like not worry about anything and just like, you know, do something in a way for myself, I guess. But whew, that's the thing about Christmas. It can be a very stressful time, but I love it at the same time because, you know, I don't know, you're unwrapping gifts and you're getting things set up for people. And then you're like, depending on what you got, you're getting it set up for yourself so you can enjoy it. And it's just, yeah, it's a good type of stress. Himmel fit. My two favorite holidays, heck yeah. Halloween and Christmas. And hey, if you're a horror fan and you haven't watched Krampus yet, go watch Krampus, the one with Toni Collette from Hereditary. It's just a fun horror movie that is like perfect for the holidays. I'm just throwing it out there. Stressmas. Yeah, a little bit. Definitely a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I'm honestly just hoping and fucking praying right now that this green screen decides to stay up because I did like a very last minute patchwork job to like stick it back up. So far it's cooperating. So just fingers crossed. Oh, you know what we're going to friggin' talk about? Midnight Mass. I did a video recently, like just a couple days ago, talking about Midnight Mass on Netflix. I tell you what, super good show. I've found myself thinking about it like after I've finished it. Like, I don't know, just like different theories and certain things that like stuck out with me. I know one person was a little upset with my review and my thoughts on it. And listen, if you haven't checked it out, one, please go check that out because, you know, it sucks because you're playing the YouTube game, but views help. It helps me know that there's support and stuff like that. Excuse me. So yeah, just go check it out, please, if you haven't. But I will say, again, I don't mean when I say that some people might not like it because they just don't look past the religious aspect of it. That's not me trying to say that you hate religion or like the only reason you didn't like it is because of that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, a lot of people already have a wall up when it comes to, you know, Catholicism or Christianity or anything like that. So they like shrug a lot of that stuff off like right away without giving it a chance. And that's all I meant. So if you have your walls up and you don't like, you know, right away, everything's got to be an argument about that kind of thing. Give it a chance. Because yes, it takes place in a religious community and stuff, but it's more than that. There's a lot going on. So yeah, that's all. Hamilfet. I bought way too much stuff for myself. Every time I went shopping, I found more Masters of the Universe figures I didn't have yet. Yeah, that's definitely an issue sometimes. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I might not like it would be hard for me to have that issue because there's so many, even as far as like books go, there's so many books in like book series or graphic novel series or even movies. I have a long list of movies that I still need to get for myself, and books and everything. So when like any of this stuff comes around, I just tell my lady, like, go like check the list. Anything on those lists, just that's it. Or even like the Christmas Village stuff. You know what I mean? There's tons of stuff I shouldn't say need to get, but there's tons of stuff I want to get for the Christmas Village. So it's like, yeah, excuse me. I'll never run out of shit that I want to buy. That's another problem, I guess you could say. Excuse me. Because then, don't fall. Because then it's like one of those things where you're just always like, well, I want to get this and I want to get this. And you're thinking about this long list of different things that you want to buy. But there's never enough money in the world. Not that that's really... If you've been around for a while, you know. Money ain't everything. You know what I mean? I've never thought it was. It definitely helps. Especially when you're trying to get certain projects done. But money is absolutely not everything. Who is messaging me right now? I don't have time for this. I got a live stream to do here. Dang nabbit, you know what I mean? Whew. What a freaking day. It's like... It feels like it's been racing past and like you want it to slow down. And you look at the time and it really hasn't been that long. Like it's just like... The day isn't dragging on. It's just not moving as quick as like it feels like it is. Hamilfet. Some people just love to hate. Oh yeah, talking about Midnight Mass and stuff. I just watched The Many Saints of Newark, and I totally enjoyed it. Did it have a few issues that I didn't like? Of course, but I went in with an open mind. Right. So if you're not familiar, The Many Saints of Newark is the prequel movie to The Sopranos. It's Tony Soprano as a teenager and how, I believe it's his uncle, how that all like influenced him into like getting into like the mob life, as it were. I think with certain things, it's kind of hard to live up to like expectations in a way, or to even do a prequel kind of story to it. The Sopranos being one of them because of how popular and how widely regarded, how it's just like widely talked about. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. How it's widely talked about as like one of the best shows kind of thing. So I think it's hard no matter what they did, even if it is the person who did the original show, there's going to be things that just like don't live up to the expectations for some people. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's only certain things that like some people will just be like, that was perfect. But overall, it's hard to kind of do a follow-up or do a prequel story without, certain things just not working in a way. Hamilfet, hence Star Wars. Yeah, that's another one, definitely. It's definitely, like... Star Wars is definitely one of those ones that, like, a lot of people, no matter what it is, they're always going to compare it to a certain trilogy that they like more. Or they're always going to have jokes about the same movies and stuff. And it's just like, all right, yeah, we get it. You don't like those ones. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Have there been things in Star Wars that have, been a little iffy for me? Yeah. Have there been things that I just kind of really didn't like in a way? Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and hate on them and whatever. I'm just going to be like, well, all right. That wasn't for me. Or you go in with an open mind and you find things that you do like, or you find out that things are actually better than you were expecting. I need a sip of eggnog. It tickles in my throat. There we go. Beautiful. Like, for perfect example, Solo. the Han Solo movie. That honestly was better than I was expecting it to be. I wanted to see it. I wasn't sure how it was going to be, but I went in with an open mind, and I actually really enjoyed it. Excuse me. The Last Skywalker? Or The Rise of Skywalker? Sorry, not The Last Skywalker. Not so much. There were some things that I was like, oh, that's cool. Overall, I was like, well, that was a choice. But there's going to be other people who do really enjoy it. And it's not up to me to convince them that like they're wrong. You know what I mean? Hamilford, if it's more of what you loved, embrace it. Find some things that you love about it, and remember, you are not the storyteller. Exactly. That's the thing. So many people, like, especially online, it's just always like they think they can do better. Game of Thrones, another good example. The last season, so many people are like, that horrible last season, and that's all anyone ever says. Was the last season really that bad though? I don't think so. Did it definitely feel a little rushed? Yes. But by no means do I think it was a horrible season and it was like garbage and blah, 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 blah. I think, everything, like, it's kind of what I've been talking about recently with a few different people. Like, the social media and the internet is just an echo chamber. If you don't like something, there's going to be other people who will echo those thoughts. And then you're going to feel like you're right. And anyone else who says differently is wrong. Season 2 of The Witcher. I've been really, really enjoying it. I think it's awesome. I think it's definitely a step up from Season 1, even though Season 1 was still really good for me. But there are tons of people, it seems like, at least, that don't like it and are very vocal about how, like, they could do better and you should stick to doing the books and, like, just adapt the books to the show. It's like, it's definitely, it's even more harder, or it's even more difficult when you're adapting a book to a TV show, because a lot of things aren't going to work. In a book, you can have multiple pages of dialogue and like, because you're reading, if you're a reader, you're into it, but that might not translate as well on screen. Sometimes it's better to just take the books or whatever your video games, whatever you're doing, as like an inspiration and do your own twist on it. Because we love these, we tend to take ownership of it, and I get it. But again, we are not the storytellers. That's right. It's okay to like super love something and like feel passionate about it, but one, we're not the storytellers of it. Two, at the end of the day, we are just the customers of it. You're paying for those books. You're paying for those streaming sites that we watch it on, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And we're not a gatekeeper, like yelling into the void that is the internet is not going to change anything. People aren't going to now go, oh, well, Isaiah 6627 has a point there. We should change the seasons. I don't know. I've also always been a fan of, excuse me. I've also been a fan of things going different. Like, okay, so The Walking Dead, something a lot of people like to make fun of and not like because it's whatever. You have your choices and your opinions. Me personally, I like it that the comics are one version of that story and the show is a different version of the story and that world. Much like the Witcher games and the books and the shows, excuse me, there's similarities because it's that world, it's those characters, but there are also differences and it's different takes on certain things. I think that's really cool because, I don't know, it gives us something we still get more of that franchise, or at least that property, but it's different takes on stories, and it's almost like different universes, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I love to see the differences and like the way certain events will roll out, and as you're watching, you can go, oh, that's cool. Like that's inspired by this. Or if you discovered a show or a movie first and then you go back and read the books, you're like, oh, that's cool. Like this character is actually here with like in the beginning instead of them meeting them. It's like, I don't know. I just like seeing the different takes of it all. Hamilfet. Masters of the Universe, for example. I absolutely loved it, and so many got butthurt about it. Hell, we got new toys, people, LOL, and they're badass too. Yeah. I don't know. That's a whole other thing too, because some of you folks out there, I just, I'm not going to do it today because it's Christmas. But, yeah, a real quick and generic statement for it. Just because you feel it's about, like, something pushing a certain agenda, whether it's about a certain gender or a sexual preference, doesn't mean you're right. That's all I'm going to say. Not everything's this weird political agenda that you think it is. I'm just saying. But yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, if something comes out that hasn't been out in so long, and it actually gives a chance for people to now like almost like reconnect with their childhood, and you're getting new figures of this thing, and like maybe it's new comic books, whatever it is. Like, those are all positive things. Those are all things that someone will look at and be like, this is fucking cool. I'm really glad that this happened. And like, honestly, if you're one of those people and you have something like that in your life, fuck everybody else who has something negative to say. It doesn't matter. Enjoy what you want to enjoy and fucking embrace it. Because that, at the end of the day, is when it's what's going to bring a little bit of happiness to your day. And it's gonna make you smile. Or it's going to give you something to do that you're like, I'm glad I chose to do this. Or I'm glad that I checked this show out or movie out. Whatever it is. Do stuff that's going to make you happy. Do stuff that's going to bring something, even if it's just a little bit, some positivity to your life. And anyone else who has something negative to say, fuck off. That's it. You know what I mean? Who the fuck cares about trolls? God, fuck them. Ah, goodness, folks. Goodness gracious. I mean, even when it comes to Christmas, we hear it. People out right away, they're like, oh, this fucking capitalist, blah, 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 blah. Like, sure, man, whatever. Like, whatever you want to say. It's like, so it's Christmas. Let people be happy. Let people have a little bit of happiness in their life. For some people, year round, they're just dealing with shit all day, almost every day. Christmas time comes around and they get a little bit of happiness in their life. And that's what's important. See, Hamilfet gets it. Do what makes you happy, because there's so much out there that can bring you down. It's true. It's true. That's why you got to do shit that's going to make you happy. Do shit that's going to bring a little bit of positivity, a little bit of peace to your life. You know what I mean? That's what's important, folks. Excuse-moi. Okay. I'm going to have to get on out of here. Because I got to start getting hors d'oeuvres and dinner and all that ready. I baked a whole bunch of chocolate chip cookies the other day. And now I'm already getting asked to bake more. I got to get hors d'oeuvres and the dinner ready. It's just But I'm excited because, matzo sticks, little mini sausages with the little mini crescent rolls wrapped around them and stuff. You can't go wrong with it. Like, there's just certain times where I'm like, man, I do not want to cook. But I'm very excited for when the cooking is done and I get to eat this delicious thing, because I know it's going to be tasty. So, that's where I'm at right now. Find Hooligans. Hamilfet. 1, thank you for coming and hanging out. I'm glad we got to spend a little bit of time together on Christmas. Fine hooligans, if you're watching this afterwards, I hope today was a good one for you. And if it wasn't a good one, then I hope at least you had moments that were good at least. Even if it was just a little bit of peace, a little bit of happiness today, I hope you got it. Because I know what it's like to be alone on Christmas or just kind of dread this time of year in a way. And you're just, you're down in the dumps. And I totally get it. I've been there. So I hope that, like I said, even if it's just a couple moments throughout the day, I hope you got something that made you smile. Hope something happened that, just a little bit of peace, a little bit of happiness to your day. Merry Christmas, my brother. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, my brother. So, I got to get on out of here. I got to get food ready. I'm probably going to read some Witcher comics. And then we're playing some 13 Dead End Drive. I'm very excited for that. I haven't played that since I was a kid. Actually, before we go, Nightmare, in other parts of the world, it's also called Atmosphere. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, 13 Dead End Drive. Those are the 3 gems for like board game stuff that I wanted since I was a kid, and now I got them. Now I just need to get a Ouija board to display somewhere in the back, and I'm going to be happy. Because I also, as much as part of me believes in like paranormal and stuff, I don't believe in Ouija boards being a portal and everything. Especially when you learn about like, I think it's called idiom muscular movements. It's tiny little movements that we do that we don't even realize. It's like when you do the pendulum thing with the crystal, you don't realize that you're actually like turning it and stuff to make it spin. It's the same thing with Ouija boards. You don't realize that you yourself are pushing it because your muscles aren't firing the same way they usually do. So I like Ouija boards. I've always wanted to own my own. And I don't think it's going to bring some evil darkness in my house. So that's the last one. Then I'll have the 4 horsemen of the childhood gems. So I'm out of here. Mucho love, my hooligans. Hamilfit, we got to hang with Juvie, so that filled my heart. Man, that means the world to me. Thank you so much. Yes. Getting emotional. Hooligans, I'm very, very glad to have you in my life. I'm very glad that you give me the chance to have this platform and spend the holidays with you and go back and forth with different things that we get to talk about and enjoy and all that. So, mucho love to all of you. All of you. Mwah, 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 for you beautiful fat cheese. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody. Have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and keep being